Ratio compares the size of one item to another. So for example, if I said the ratio of white chocolate biscuits to milk chocolate biscuits was 1 to 2, I wouldn't know how many biscuits are in the tin, but I would know there are more milk chocolate biscuits, or more precisely, there is twice as many milk chocolate biscuits as white chocolate biscuits. Here's a question, and we're going to follow the same steps every time so we never get caught out. First of all, we'll write down the ratio. Then we'll label the ratio so we don't get mixed up. Next, I'm going to point something out that you could easily miss. If we know there are 2 parts girls and 3 parts boys, then the total number of parts is 5. Now, I've given this the label total, but in the context of the question, we could describe this as the class. And now in the third row, we're going to write in the known quantity. And here the question says there are 15 boys, so we can write down 15 here. So to be clear, we now have 3 rows: the title, the ratio, and the actual real quantities. And this is very important, because on the one hand we know there are 3 parts, and on the other hand 15 boys. So if 3 parts are worth 15, 1 part must be worth 5. And you could do this on your calculator. 15 divided by 3 if necessary. This is crucial because having worked out what 1 part is, we can now easily work out what 2 parts are, or what 5 parts are. And now we've set ourselves up to answer the question. How many students are in the class altogether? 25. Here's another question. And we'll follow the same steps every time to make sure we don't go wrong. First of all, I'll write down the ratio. And then I'll give these a title so I don't get mixed up. And I'll remember that if I've got 5 parts yellow and 3 parts red, I've got 8 parts altogether as a total. But in the context of the question, when I put these 2 together, I end up with orange. And in the third row, we'll put our real quantity. And here I can see I have 20 millilitres of yellow. To be clear, we've got our title, ratio, and real quantities. And this is the really important point. We know on the one hand we have 20 millilitres of yellow, and that's 5 parts, so we can work out what 1 part is worth. 20 millilitres divided by 5 parts gives us the 4 millilitres. And now it's easy. Since we know 1 part is worth 4 millilitres, 3 parts, 12 millilitres, and 8 parts are 32 millilitres, and we can easily answer the question. So follow these steps every time. In the first instance, if you followed a structured approach, it's much more likely you'll remember what to do later on. And secondly, it's less likely you're going to go wrong in the first place. And as always, if you found this video useful, please give it a like.